Coming up on Ask the Fat Doctors, we're giving you the numbers that you need to know. The mind and your dinner plate. We'll talk about the connection. And it is more to AARP than you think. All that and more in just a moment, coming up right here on Ask the Fat Doctors.
Welcome to another edition of Ask the Fat Doctors with T. Fox.
You know, you guys do have a, just hard-headed, just hard-headed. I just don't understand you sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, just don't. Yeah, you can be a little simple.
Just say stupid. You can't say it.
You can be very simple.
You're nice. That's one thing I love about you, T.
Dr. Braxton Cosby.
The sound that they hear after they occlude your artery when that cuff goes up.
Okay, now I really...
After you close it off.
Close it off. And you're talking about when you squeeze the arm.
Not just you squeeze, when the cuff squeezes.
When the cuff squeezes your arm, that's called...
It actually closes off that brachial artery. Occlude. Okay. Occlude is what that guy did in Waco. Okay.
Why do you always introduce me last?
And Jamie Dukes.
That was Dr. Dukes. My doctorate, there's no period. It's a dash and a space.
Yes.
So therefore, that way I don't have to worry about getting sued.
Ask the Fat Doctors is powered by the Put Up Your Dukes Foundation.
I had outer body experience where when I'm working out, I felt.
Oh, Jamie.
How far out did you go out of the body?
I mean, like really out of the body. I mean, just and telling myself, you gotta work out. Fat boy, you gotta work out.
You must work out.
Were you outside of your body looking at yourself? Had you moved there?
Oh, that is
but mine is Mike Tyson, actually. He's the guy that motivates me. Look here, Dukes. You better get your fat butt up right now and start working out. I'm going to punch you in the face.
It is another week, and it's another day for us to welcome you to an edition of Ask the Fat Doctors, along with my good buddy, Mr. Jamie Dukes, and Dr. Braxton Cosby. Hey, guys.
It's kind of stiff when you do him. Like you talk to
Dr. Braxton.
Yeah,
I think I'm just going to call it Dr. Cos. I kind of like that.
It's got a little ring to it.
I kind of like that.
Well, there's a couple of Dr. Cosby. We're going to talk about that other Dr. Cosby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tripping with Dr. Cos, hanging out with Dr. Cos.
Yeah. And also, our hot topic for the day is something I'm really interested in chatting about, and that is obesity in teens. The question is it blamed on the mother-child relationship?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, today's doctor's appointment is going to be sponsored by the AARP, and that is going to be with our own Dr. Terry Fulham, Chief of Bariatric Surgery at Howard University, and he is going to discuss our big number for today, and that's going to be chatting about high cholesterol. One of our favorite segments on this show is called Hold On Player.
Hold On Player.
Hold On Player.
You're too highbrow. It's Hold On Player.
Hold On
Player.
Player. Okay, and
yes.
I know that we do that later on in the show, but I have do you mind? Can I get this one out? I've got to get this one out. Okay, when I first read this, and I didn't share this with you guys, but when I first read this, I thought, hold on, player.
You've been holding on to this for a while. You might as well spit it out.
And then afterwards, you think about it, it could be considered kind of sad. But this is a story out of, this is out of Burbank, California. A Los Angeles woman was arrested on a suspicion of prostitution charges after she allegedly offered sexual favors in exchange for chicken McNuggets. Hold on, player. Is that not a hold on, player?
For chicken McNuggets?
Now, what kind of sauce did they have? that barbecue and honey mustard or just...
This is the thing. She attempted this at the McDonald's drive-thru in Burbank, California. I'm not going to, they actually have her name here, but I'm not going to call her name out. But they said that she was going from car to car and asking for free chicken McNuggets in exchange for sexual favors.
Just stop.
And they are calling her the hungry hooker, is what they're calling her.
No.
How about Mick Hooker?
Right.
Mick Ho.
The hungry hooker.
Did I say that? My mom is here. She's watching me. Mom, I'm sorry. I didn't even say that. That was another person.
Right,
that was that friend of me.
That's the alter ego.
Mick Ho.
Now, the attempt by this alleged hungry hooker failed, and she got her ride to jail.
Mixed chicken.
Now, the couple of men that she approached, they said declined and kept their chicken nuggets. So
wow,
yeah, hold
that's
on
good
there,
advertisement for McDonald's, man. If you pass up to keep your nuggets.
Oh, I just had to
That
get that
speaks
one out.
highly for how good those nuggets are, man.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
I couldn't take
That's
it.
bad.
That's really bad.
That's bad.
You know, at first, you know, when you originally hear it, you think, hold on, player.
No, there's no question about
Right,
that.
you know,
That's a good one right there.
But when you think about it, you think, dang, you know, that's kind of bad. You know, that's pretty bad.
Now,
yeah.
And Braxton's heading out of town.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's getting ready for his big day when he's gonna hang out with Uncle Bill. Yep. You're on your way out, and
you have to call him
excited.
Dr. Cosby. How do you refer to it?
Uncle Bill.
It's Uncle Bill.
Right, Uncle Bill. Exactly. I just said Uncle Bill.
No, I'm just curious how he makes you refer to him.
Right, Uncle Bill, Uncle Cos. You know, whatever.
He calls me Doc, but I call him Uncle Bill.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So you excited?
Yeah. I know it's gonna be busy. I know it's gonna be fast and furious. That's how he does it. So you know, I'm just gonna kind of enjoy the ride.
So you're going to New York first?
Right. We're gonna
Big Apple.
Go up to Harlem. You know, we're gonna hang out in Harlem tomorrow. Whenever we get up there that night.
Yeah.
Get up in Harlem, and then after that, we're gonna
you better
cruise
tan
on
a
down
little before you go to Harlem.
It's a new Harlem now.
That's true.
Harlem.
That
is
true.
It is a Harlem Renaissance.
It's a little light up in Harlem.
It's real upscale in Harlem. Yeah, it's real upscale.
It's a little lighter in Harlem, so
yeah, it's a little bougie.
Yeah.
It's gotten a little bougie.
Yeah, a lot bougie.
Yeah, it's gotten.
I'm excited
bougie.
though. We're gonna be hanging out in Manhattan.
Yeah.
A little bit, and I'm gonna meet a couple of folks. I got
Good.
some things set up with, so it should be very exciting. I haven't been in New York in a while. I mean, honestly, since probably like the early '90s. I've been up there.
Well,
I've been to
that's more
Jersey
than a while.
before that. Yeah, it's been quite a while. So
yeah. Okay, well, congratulations. We're excited about that, and for our listeners that may not know, I'm sure that you probably could put that together, but. Braxton's uncle, Bill Cosby, and Braxton is actually going to be partaking in a huge event with your book signing, and that's going to be.
I thought you were talking about they're going to be communion or something.
You know,
partaking.
you know what? You know,
pass the cup around.
I'm trying to be like the Doc. You know, I'm trying to fish for my bigger words, but so you guys are going to be doing the book signing. That's what
right. We're
going
to
be
doing
about.
Book signing at the Hugh Mann bookstore in Harlem.
Cool.
And then we're gonna go down to Durham, North Carolina, and do another book signing at Barnes & Noble there.
Pretty cool, hanging out with Uncle Bill.
Yeah, this is gonna be real cool.
Yeah,
gonna be interesting and funny. I tell you that much.
There's no question.
I'm sure he.
And he's funnier off screen than he is on.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Well, I heard he was a hoot.
Yeah, I will.
I've heard he's a real hoot.
He's something else.
Okay, we're gonna be standing by to hear how that goes. And congratulations again. We're really proud of you.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you so
excited.
much. I'm really blessed.
And you'll give us the blow by blow.
You know I'm gonna have some stories for you.
Tell us about the private plane.
The whole thing might be a hold on plane.
Could be.
Right, it could be. It could be. Now listen, if you guys want to chime in, don't forget you can tweet us at Ask the Fat Docs. Now that's a little different than what we had been telling you before, but it's at Ask the Fat Docs. That's DOCS. Or you can also hit us up on our website at askthefatdoctors.com if you have a question, a comment, or concern, and we'll be checking that and answering some of your questions.
I got a very interesting email I want to share with you.
Okay.
Not now, but
a little bit later.
From the site. Yes.
A little bit later. Okay. All right. And you can also, if you're on Facebook, because some folks are a little bit more apt to use Facebook, and you can hit us up simply at Ask the Fat Doctors there also. Coming up, we're going to be talking about Know Your Numbers, and of course, we're going to talk about the big number of the day, and that is going to be high cholesterol. And our own Dr. Terry Fulham, he's going to be back. We always have a good time with him and enjoy having him here. And then we're going to be talking about AARP and thanking them for supporting us here at Ask the Fat Doctors. We're going to be doing that coming up in just a moment.
Do you have questions about how to manage your weight problem? Do you just want to lose 20 pounds? Do you need to lose 100 pounds? I'm Dr. Braxton Cosby, and I want to tell you about AskTheFatDoctors.com. Log on and submit your excess weight-related questions, and we will guide you to the right weight management solution to get the job done. For those of you who are battling diseases like sleep apnea, breast and prostate cancer, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and other comorbidities, the truth is, excess weight is in many cases a contributing factor. AskTheFatDoctors.com wants to help you. We've assembled an army of the best doctors in the world to get you the answers you need to get that weight off, which may be hampering your quality of life. At AskTheFatDoctors.com, privacy is our motto. Your questions will be submitted in a secure environment, and we will respond directly to you. You have our word on that. So log on to AskTheFatDoctors.com and find the solutions you need to get that excess weight off and fight the diseases of excess weight.
Hey there, this is T Fox. I got a question for you. Are you looking for a way to lose some of that excess weight, drop a few pounds? Well, if you said, why, yes, I am, you're probably thinking losing weight can't be much fun. But you're absolutely wrong. It is time to get your Chatricize on. You've tried a lot of things. You've tried jogging, you've tried aerobics, but not much fun, right? Well, Chatricize is just for you. Chatricize is based on the super popular cha-cha slide, the shuffle, and other line dances, all the ones you've enjoyed at family reunions, at parties, and during a night on the town. In addition to our traditional Chatricize workout, we're also proud to offer Boomers Chatricize. Boomers Chatricize is for our seasoned folks in the prime of their lives and will be sure to get everything moving and flowing. Chatricize is affordable for everyone. For only $9.95 plus shipping and handling, get the workout routine that will change your life. I know you've heard it before, but this is for real. Chatricize will change your life. And Boomers, we have an AARP discount of $7.95 plus shipping and handling for you. So you know what to do. Get your Chatricize on today. Log on to chatricize.com. That's ChacherSize.com.
Hi, family. This is Claude Mitchell. I'm the president of the Put Up Your Dukes Foundation. Here today to talk to you about one of our initiatives called the Billion Pound Blitz. The Billion Pound Blitz is a grassroots initiative that has an ambitious goal of losing 1 billion pounds annually. That's right, I said 1 billion pounds. Did you know the diseases of excess weight are taking a toll on the brown community, which includes African Americans, Mexicans, Latino, and individuals of Asian descent? Truth of the matter is that we can't afford not to do something. Did you know the U.S. government spent $165 billion last year on excess weight-related illnesses? That's more than they gave all the Wall Street banks combined for the bailout. If you're interested in more information on how you can be a part or how your organization can be a part of this movement, log on to www.billionpoundblitz.com. Once again, that's www.billionpoundblitz.com.
And we're back here to Ask the Fat Doctors, and Ask the Fat Doctors is all about helping people get an understanding about how the diseases of excess weight affect our daily lives. And this is one of Jamie's favorite segments called Frenemies.
Well, this is where I get to be a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a street doctor. Let me be clear. It's
like
a street doctor.
Okay.
So none of the folks in medicine and
not street pharmacists.
Right. Yeah, definitely not street. I'm not selling nothing.
You're not selling nothing.
No, I'm leaving that for the kid who's played for the Bears.
Wide
receiver.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, but frenemies it's a very simple concept,
right.
But it is so, I think, profound, truly, because it speaks to, if you look at the failures in your life, one or if not all three of these frenemies are at play. One is friends, fair weather friends. The other one is family, loved ones. They're just not telling you the truth. The truth. D-A-T-R-U-T-H.
Yeah, that's right, because you can't handle the truth.
The truth.
Right.
And the other
F on that, isn't it? Truth.
Right.
Well,
truth.
it could be.
Okay.
Depending if you're from Mississippi.
Truth.
Okay.
If you're from Mississippi, it's got an F on it.
Mississippi.
And then there's the friend that's the enemy on the inside. And that actually leads into our segment today. Is got an email at askthefatdoctors.com from So Sexy. I don't know why she sent it to me, but the point was she says, I know I'm full. I can feel full as an F-U-L-L when I'm eating.
Okay,
I know I'm full.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And but I can't stop. And to me,
stop eating.
Cannot stop eating.
Okay.
That's what she's saying.
Okay.
I know I'm full and I can't stop. That's what she's saying. So joining us now is Dr. Terrence Fulham, and I don't think there's anybody who's better suited to kind of talk about this. And doctors, want to talk about that third friend, which is the friend that's the enemy on the inside, is the role that the mind plays in eating or eating disorders, for that matter.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different disorders.
What happens is the food becomes your friend. And it's you've heard of comfort eating or comfort foods and things like that, in our practice. I always think about the Nutty Professor, and if you remember the Nutty Professor, when he had his date with Jada and it didn't work out, when he went home,
well, they were saying that about Will too, Doc.
He got all his friends.
Doc, I heard
his friends. He got his ice cream. He got his cookies. He got his
M&Ms.
For sure.
And
he got them all around him, and he sat on the couch, and he was comforted.
Right.
Oh
He ended
yeah.
up falling
Oh
asleep
yeah.
and waking up with the ice cream melted and the cookie crumbs on the floor and the M&Ms all over the place.
But they chocolate chip
But
cookies talk to me, Doc. They do.
hot cookies will call your name.
They
Yeah,
do.
I'm
Call your
telling
name.
you. I mean that that emotional, that emotional eating,
Oh wait,
that
okay, let's stop.
comfort
Now
thing
that's
is
two different
real.
things. That's another category that I think we need to talk about.
What about emotional
No, yeah,
eating?
just in how depression or mental state.
That's all with the mind. That's all
Yeah.
with the mind.
But it's a
That's
different
all.
category.
That's all entwined because what
Right.
it does is it overrides the satiety factor. So a lot of us will eat. We're no longer hungry. We stop eating. But those who have these emotional ties, it becomes more important than just eating because we're hungry or our body needs nutrients.
Right.
It becomes a substitute, if you will, for a relationship, or a substitute, if you will, for difficulties at work, or a substitute for difficulties in a marriage.
Or the way to
And
cope with those things,
a way
right?
to cope.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mhm. Now
Exactly.
now from what I understand, the way that works is that the mind releases that hormone called serotonin, I think it is, that is the pleasure, isn't it the pleasure hormone? And
hmm
that's what comfort eating is all about.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely pleasurable. It is definitely pleasurable. It gives you positive feedback, and you want to do it again. So if part of your life is not pleasurable, then you can substitute this in its place.
Well, what do we do, Doc? We didn't bring
What
you
do
in
we
here
do?
just because you look good. What? How do
Right.
you? I mean,
How you
what's?
right the ship.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to. You obviously have to correct the problems that are causing the dependency on the food, and oftentimes that requires professional help. So, psychological counseling, group therapy, special type of dieting with medications that curb appetite. I think recognizing the behavior is the first step toward fixing it. Understanding that it's not really helpful, it's certainly not healthy, and then wanting to move in the right direction. We're adults. This is adult education, so you can't just tell an adult you got to do something. He or she has to want to do it. And so, first of all, recognizing that it's unhealthy behavior. Number two, wanting
Sure.
to correct it, and then number three, seeking the professional help or whatever it is that you need in order to move in the right direction.
In your practice, so how? Yeah, because I know you perform surgery. I know you also consult to basically tell some folks they don't need any pharmacological kind of a solution.
There you go with them big words,
I read that
pharmacological.
on the internet the other day.
Okay.
Um, but how do you kind of weigh who has more of a mental issue and who has more of a physical issue?
We look for it. We have psychologists who work with our patients, and they'll sit down, interview them, ask them specific questions, sort of get an idea of the environment, how they feel about themselves. They look at their self-esteem, how they're coping with life, and then looking at their eating habits, and then determining whether or not there appears to be a connection. That's very important for anyone who's interested in weight loss surgery, because if you don't have the therapy for the food addiction and you have weight loss surgery, you're going to be unsuccessful long term. Because you hear about those patients who have weight loss surgery and then do anything and everything they possibly can not to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, didn't you have weight loss surgery? Why are you eating at McDonald's? Why are you drinking milkshakes? Why are you doing? Those are the patients that we have to identify before the surgery, get them the appropriate therapy, and have them headed in the right direction so that the weight loss surgery will help.
Okay.
So we do that at the very beginning. We do it up front.
Okay, Dr. Phillum, can you stick around a little bit? We've got some other questions that we'd like to talk to you about on that subject, as well as on the subject of our big number of the day, and that's going to be we're going to be discussing cholesterol, and we're also going to be chatting about, is teen obesity tied to the child parent relationship? We're going to answer that question after this right here on Ask the Fat Doctors.
I'm Jamie Dukes, retired NFL player and current NFL Network analyst. The diseases of excess weight are taking its toll on the brown community, which include African Americans, Mexican, Latinos, and individuals of Asian descent. That's why the AARP Multicultural Outreach is taking the lead to provide you with relevant tools like Ask the Fat Doctors. You know the AARP is more than just discounts. Did you know the AARP has cutting-edge programs to help boomers take the first steps towards financial freedom? We can help you devise a strategy to manage your money, control your mortgage debt, control consumer debt, and give you the strategy to maintain healthy credit. Boomers, it's time you learned everything AARP has to offer. Log on to aarp.org and make those first steps today.
Do you have questions about how to manage your weight problem? Do you just want to lose 20 pounds? Do you need to lose 100 pounds? I'm Dr. Braxton Cosby, and I want to tell you about AskTheFactDoctors.com. Log on and submit your excess weight-related questions, and we will guide you to the right weight management solution to get the job done. For those of you who are battling diseases like sleep apnea, breast and prostate cancer, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and other comorbidities, the truth is, excess weight is in many cases a contributing factor. AskTheFatDoctors.com wants to help you. We've assembled an army of the best doctors in the world to get you the answers you need to get that weight off, which may be hampering your quality of life. At AskTheFatDoctors.com, privacy is our motto. Your questions will be submitted in a secure environment, and we will respond directly to you. You have our word on that. So log on to AskTheFatDoctors.com and find the solutions you need to get that excess weight off and fight the diseases of excess weight.
Hi, family. This is Claude Mitchell. I'm the president of the Put Up Your Dukes Foundation. Here today to talk to you about one of our initiatives called the Billion Pound Blitz. The Billion Pound Blitz is a grassroots initiative that has an ambitious goal of losing 1 billion pounds annually. That's right, I said 1 billion pounds. Did you know the diseases of excess weight are taking a toll on the brown community, which includes African Americans, Mexicans, Latino, and individuals of Asian descent? Truth of the matter is that we can't afford not to do something. Did you know the U.S. government spent $165 billion last year on excess weight-related illnesses? That's more than they gave all the Wall Street banks combined for the bailout. If you're interested in more information on how you can be a part or how your organization can be a part of this movement, log on to www.billionpoundblitz.com. Once again, that's www.billionpoundblitz.com.
Okay, it's time for today's hot topic, and our hot topic is sponsored by Chatricize. The big question today is teen obesity tied to the child-parent relationship? Now, let me clarify that. It's not the child-parent relationship, but it's the child and the mother. This has nothing to do with it. Specifically to the mother. Now, Sanjay, how you say his last name? Sanjay Gupta.
Yes.
From CNN, one of our favorite people. You know, I love Dr. Gupta. And
especially if you can say his name right.
Yeah.
Gupta.
Yeah, one of our favorite CNN health strategist or whatever he is over there. Now, he is saying that the type of relationship a mother has with her young child could affect the little one's chances of becoming obese as a teen. Poor emotional relationships with the mothers were cited as being a reason for obesity in teens.
It makes sense.
Which I thought was very, very interesting because I always thought in terms of obesity in teens or in children. Of course, it goes back to the mother being the first teacher. The mother is the one that controls, the diet and what the child eats. And I'm thinking, okay, well, the child is obese because the mom is running through McDonald's drive-through all the time. And
can I use my street doctorate on this one?
Sure, go right ahead.
I've got several thoughts on this. The first one is different day, different time. Mothers, maybe our mothers,
right?
That may have been true, or may be true as far as the different things, the nurturer, the things, and all of those kind of things. But I see this is a new day and age of mothering.
Well, sure.
Just
because it's fast. Because things are
technology,
so much fast, sure.
detachment, because of devices, because
there's so many other things that take our attention.
Right.
Sure.
The fact that we have more single moms than we've ever had in the history of mankind. I just think there's a bunch of different factors that make the mom thing a totally different thing. Think about this. Back in the day, when our parents were growing up, when a mom was pregnant, that was a badge of courage. That was a badge of honor. Parents wanted to see how many. Both my grandparents at 15 on one side, 17 on the other.
Oh yeah, sure, but it was all within it. Most of the time was all within the structure of a marriage, also.
Right, but I'm saying, now today's woman, like Miss.
What?
Yeah.
Like
How many kids you got?
I have none.
All right, and you over 24. Right.
I don't get all into that, but okay.
But okay.
Your point would be what?
My point is you're a career woman, player.
Okay.
And so there are so many now career women now to the point that it's just a different time.
It's not.
I'm not saying you're not going to be a good mother. I'm just saying.
And actually, quite frankly, I think I would be a great mother.
I do too, because you're a lovely person.
Thank you.
No, you have a great spirit. No,
thank you.
I mean
thank you. And I am looking forward to motherhood. Actually,
you know,
I really am.
Slow down,
I promise you, I am.
Done.
I promise. I promise.
Ahead,
I
Doc,
promise I am.
I was going to join in on this. I mean, it's easy to kind of peg this on the mom, because if you think about it, whether the older times or even now, guess who that parent is around the most?
Yeah.
So
the
whoever,
parent or the child.
I mean, which parent? The female or the male? The female is the one around the child the most. I mean, it's just so whoever has the most hands-on time is going to get the blame for whatever predicament kids are in now at this point in time. And I think the big piece is how they develop that nurturing. You got a headache here, have a little something to eat. Or you got to do this, have a little. So slowly but surely you develop this relationship where, okay, if I have a problem, I probably just need to eat a little something to kind of get over. And that's a huge cultural thing.
But I think it's emotional too. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was about to wait. That's what Dr. Gupta.
Very good.
That's what Dr. Gupta is saying, but it goes back to what we talked about with Dr. Fulham. It's all mind. It's all comfort. Yeah. A lot of times.
But you have to realize that it's based on outcome. The comfort. You weren't just born thinking that you should just eat for emotional satisfaction.
You was born
you were born to survive, and then after a while it just turned into because I know every now and then I'd be like, man, it'd be great to get the TV show on and kind of rest up on the couch with the wife and have something to eat,
right?
Right there, and it's not going to be a plate of salad. It's going to be something that's going to be gooey. And you develop this somehow repetitively over and over again.
But that's one area though. But see, like to me, this is an intriguing topic, because you familiar with, I guess, the biblical character, the Hydra, which has all the heads, the dragon heads. It's like, I guess, a lion's body. With
Did you say that this was a biblical character?
I think it's in Revelations. This type of character. Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never read the book of Revelations, but we'll talk about that.
To read that?
I believe it is. I could be wrong, but somebody on Twitter
can
can correct me. But effectively, the reason I say the Hydra is because that is one way in one prison. The other part of that could be the fact that because the parent is in a contentious relationship with the child, that child looks to food for comfort.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And so there's several different heads to me on this conversation that are intriguing. That there may not be any one right answer.
How about this one? And I guess older school than the kids now. Clear your plate. Finish your plate. They just you were taught.
But that's that's another head.
But you had to finish that plate. That's now with my girls, and my wife did. Oh, you didn't finish. I said, listen. I said, you done? They said, yeah. I said, step away from the plate. You just leave. You don't have to.
50 step away from the plate. 50 feet.
And if you want, you can come back later. You don't necessarily have to throw the food away right now.
Sure.
But if you're done, if you feel like you're done eating, step away. It's okay. And my wife fights with it because she be saying like she just knows what she was taught.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, it's just something that's another head that was just passed down. You had to clear that plate.
Well, see, the other piece of that also, when we were talking about, our moms versus the moms today and the faster pace of everything, our moms actually cooked, and actually prepared the meals, and you sat down and you ate, that kind of thing, but because of how fast paced everything is, then the mother and everything that she has to take care of and she's responsible for, that's why she's running through the McDonald's.
Don't say McDonald's again. Don't, because it's I got this bad
the hold on player thing. I know it.
Nuggets are never going to be the same.
Nuggets will never have, let's turn that over.
What is it, a McSticken or is it a McChicken?
Right. See? are running through Wendy's drive-through
go
or
Wendy. We
Burger
tried that one.
King
All
or
right.
Taco Bell or any of the fast foods.
Right.
Because
Her name was Wendy?
no, her
As long
name,
as they're not in
no,
Burbank.
Oh,
her name was
the
not
Wendy's restaurant.
Wendy's
Okay, because I thought it
restaurant.
was like Shatrika or something.
No, Wendy's. No, her name was Khadijah.
Oh, same.
Ooh.
Now you got me like,
what-
throwing it out there.
Now was she double stacked? I mean, I'm just saying for the Wendy's joke.
See, y'all need to leave her alone. See, it was a hold on play for sure. But when I think about that, I was not long ago. I was at at my little nephew's t-ball game,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sitting there in the bleachers and I was watching the t-ball game, and it was so many little obese children running around.
Yeah.
And this had to be about 3 years ago because I called my mother and I was like, "Mommy, I cannot believe how many little fat kids are running
Little
around
crumps
out
running
there."
around.
Right. And then I thought, and we talked about it then. We talked about diet. We talked about church's chicken. Please do not feed your kids church's chicken. Please do not feed them cow's milk. All of the steroids and the way the food is processed and all that kind of stuff.
Too late.
Okay, what?
Church?
Chicken. No churches.
No fried okra, right?
No church's chicken. Oh, no church's chicken. None, Jamie. No, Jamie. Back away. Back away. Just like Braxton said. Back away
from the plate.
Back away.
I have
Back
a
away.
confession.
What?
You had something today?
Because you guys know, and you guys make me well aware that I kind of live out in the country.
Yes, you live far
and
out
so
of the country.
we have meetings, with the foundation in town.
Mm-hmm.
And
churches didn't cater, did they?
They don't have to cater, man. I know
you
that.
are not
I think
a church's
I know.
chicken.
Oh, I think I know every church is in the city.
I'm
serious.
Mm-mm.
There's one off Beaver Highway. There's one over there off 20, like right when I go to AU Center. So every time I go downtown, I go to AU Center. I look forward to going to AU Center. There's one over there. There's
Okay,
one
here's
out
your 2012
285.
challenge. Are we gonna put Jamie out there?
Please put him out there. Put him way out there. Put him way out there.
Every time you go to churches, you gotta go to church afterwards.
Oh, that's fine with me. I ain't got no problem with
Well,
that.
see,
You
no,
can't miss
see,
me
that
at
ain't-
church.
yeah,
now.
exactly.
We're gonna freight churches
Oh
off
no,
you.
you can't miss me with shoot. That ain't no problem at all.
And he gonna be in the church eating
Oh,
church chicken.
I will. Really,
But-
like so you?
Yeah,
come to church.
no churches. Now,
Yeah, they are.
Doctor.
I derailed the conversation with that, but you shouldn't have bought church
churches.
because every.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my
steroids.
thing, man. I don't do it all the time.
Okay, but
I don't-
how? First of all, how many chicken joints have chicken that big? Do you know if chickens were really that big? Do you not know every chicken joint would have those big old pieces of chicken?
Well, that's okay.
What is it? 8 pieces for $2.99 or 12 pieces
No,
for $1.99?
that's
You
$4.
know, you know
$5.
what population?
But
that-
they're trying to feed folks so that
Right.
people can be fed.
Right.
But I mean, they're trying to make it affordable.
Okay. See, you
Arnold
you're
Schwarzenegger
trying,
chicken?
right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. All
I'll
right.
be back with the thigh.
And you know what? And we will be back in just a moment. Hey there, this is T Fox. I got a question for you. Are you looking for a way to lose some of that excess weight, drop a few pounds? Well, if you said, why, yes, I am, you're probably thinking losing weight can't be much fun. But you're absolutely wrong. It is time to get your Chatricize on. You've tried a lot of things. You've tried jogging, you've tried aerobics, but not much fun, right? Well, Chatricize is just for you. Chatricize is based on the super popular cha-cha slide, the shuffle, and other line dances, all the ones you've enjoyed at family reunions, at parties, and during a night on the town. In addition to our traditional Chatricize workout, we're also proud to offer Boomers Chatricize. Boomers Chatricize is for our seasoned folks in the prime of their lives and will be sure to get everything moving and flowing. Chatricize is affordable for everyone. For only $9.95 plus shipping and handling, get the workout routine that will change your life. I know you've heard it before, but this is for real. Chatricize will change your life. And Boomers, we have an AARP discount of $7.95 plus shipping and handling for you. So you know what to do. Get your Chatricize on today. Log on to chatricize.com. That's ChacherSize.com.
Do you have questions about how to manage your weight problem? Do you just want to lose 20 pounds? Do you need to lose 100 pounds? I'm Dr. Braxton Cosby, and I want to tell you about AskTheFactDoctors.com. Log on and submit your excess weight-related questions. and we will guide you to the right weight management solution to get the job done. For those of you who are battling diseases like sleep apnea, breast and prostate cancer, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and other comorbidities, the truth is, excess weight is in many cases a contributing factor. AskTheFatDoctors.com wants to help you. We've assembled an army of the best doctors in the world to get you the answers you need to get that weight off, which may be hampering your quality of life. At AskTheFatDoctors.com, privacy is our motto. Your questions will be submitted in a secure environment, and we will respond directly to you. You have our word on that. So log on to AskTheFatDoctors.com and find the solutions you need to get that excess weight off and fight the diseases of excess weight.
I'm Jamie Dukes, retired NFL player and current NFL Network analyst. The diseases of excess weight are taking its toll on the brown community, which include African Americans, Mexican, Latinos, and individuals of Asian descent. That's why the AARP Multicultural Outreach is taking the lead to provide you with relevant tools like Ask the Fat Doctors. You know, the AARP is more than just discounts. Did you know the AARP has cutting-edge programs to help boomers take the first steps towards financial freedom? We can help you devise a strategy to manage your money, control your mortgage debt, control consumer debt, and give you the strategy to maintain healthy credit. Boomers, it's time you learned everything AARP has to offer. Log on to aarp.org and make those first steps today.
Welcome back to Ask the Fat Doctors with myself, T. Fox, along with my good buddy and friend, Jamie Dukes, and the doctor in the house, Dr. Braxton Cosby. We are now set to go into our doctor's appointment, and our doctor's appointment is back with one of our favorite doctors, Dr. Terry Fulham, joining us from the Howard University Hospital. And we're going to be talking about the big number today. We've had our 3 numbers that we wanted everyone to know.
High blood pressure and what
High
that
blood
number
pressure,
should be.
Which is 120 over 80.
120 over 80.
And then we've got the glucose,
blood sugar, yes.
Blood sugar, and then we're going to be talking cholesterol. But before we get into that, I understand we have a Twitter question, Dr. Cosby.
From Man Like No Other, he said, I'm a young man with kidney disease, and I listened to the show last week, and I'm really interested in any updates on Nick Cannon.
Okay. We have a couple of updates on Nick.
Well, actually. You don't want to hear you got a
now
story.
Listen, now listen, this is the deal with Nick. Now, Nick is out of the hospital. He's doing pretty good. He was on Howard Stern, and he says that, this is quote from Nick Cannon. He said, they found out that my kidneys weren't functioning well. We didn't want to say kidney failure, so people would think that he had to get new kidneys like Gary Coleman and all that.
Wow. He went there?
Yeah, he went there, which I thought was really kind of, crass. But so he says, so instead they just said mild kidney failure. Because of this situation, Nick says, I know that I don't need to go so hard. It's more about just my way of living. It's really about taking some time.
Yeah. Well, let's bring Dr. Fulham on so he can kind of speak to just kind of what are the norms. And,
what and I got my,
I'll get to my point in a minute.
So that's the update. That's the update on Nick Cannon. And that, we're going to talk about high cholesterol, but I think Nick's okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about.
Well, but here's the deal. Read that statement again about checking into.
It says that.
I have my street doctors in psychology too.
Because of this situation.
Right.
I know that I don't need to go so hard.
Yeah, so what that tells
it's more about just my way of living.
My opinion is because I've seen this happen with a lot of teammates when I played the game, is you're living hard. You're partying, you're drinking, and you're having a good time.
All the time.
All the time. You got a baby, and you're just drinking that Cristal every time you turn around. And now
popping bottles.
That's my opinion.
Tossing it up.
That's my opinion, because I didn't hear anything in there where it talked about, we have a family history of X, Y, or Z, or whatever. And so that little response right there, I heard, just kind of tells. And again, that's just my opinion. Let's talk to Dr. Fulham.
Yeah, let's talk to Dr. Fulham about our high cholesterol, our high, low, or perfect cholesterol. And what those numbers should look like.
If I could just interject before we go to that, I think that the fact that he is not continuously on dialysis and does not need a kidney or anything like that means he probably doesn't have things like acute glomerulonephritis, which is an autoimmune disease that really affects his age group most commonly for renal failure. So it may have been something similar to what Jamie was talking about: severe dehydration, long-term just not getting enough fluids and not eating properly can certainly lead to renal insufficiency that can,
we got to put that back
hospitalize
in the hold on player segment where it was last week, because that's exactly what I'm thinking. Hold on player. Let's talk cholesterol, Doc.
Okay. So cholesterol.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a couple types of cholesterol, but in general, the total cholesterol level, we like numbers. You want it below 200. You want it below 200, but then there's good cholesterol, which is the HDL, the high density lipoprotein, the HDL, and then there's bad cholesterol, the LDL. The HDL, you want it above 60, and the LDL, you want it below 100. Now, the interesting thing about cholesterol that I like is that, well, number one, cholesterol is bad because it clogs your arteries, leads to heart attacks, leads to strokes. But to lower your cholesterol, your total cholesterol, and particularly the bad cholesterol, the LDL, there are certain things that you need to eat, and of course you need to exercise. But this is one of those situations where you can eat good things that are fun to eat and taste good and still lower your cholesterol. We were talking about things like red wine and the antioxidants in red wine, oatmeal, avocado, salmon, and some of the other fatty fish like herring and sardines.
Doc, let me back up a step. So
chocolate, Jamie.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about, player. Yeah,
right. See, please.
Just got let off the chain, didn't you?
And Jamie,
yes.
The darker the chocolate, the better.
Oh,
the
yeah.
bitter chocolates, the dark
I'm not big on the
chocolate.
dark chocolate.
He's over here
I like that.
in heaven.
Let me back up a step and ask you this question, though. You mentioned antioxidants, and I hear this phrase. A lot of people hear this all the time. Is that good for cholesterol specifically?
Well, they're good for several things, but when we're talking about the cholesterol, what the antioxidants do is it prevents the blood clots from aggregating and forming, the platelets from creating clots in the small vessels, and so that's always a good thing. And so it also works with other types of system processes in the body that make you healthier. It decreases your fat. The things that you find in tomatoes that are really good for you, as well as what are some of the other things?
I like tomatoes too.
It helps fight against free radicals too.
Antioxidants, huh?
It helps fight against free radicals too.
I read about that in history. Like the Freemasons and the free radicals.
Yeah,
that's like a political party.
Off. Yeah, those are the people that go crazy.
Right,
radicals.
Right. Those are the people you want working in your system. They help keep your system clean.
What are free radicals? What is that?
Free radicals are sort of byproducts of the breakdown of the nutrients that you eat.
Okay.
And it can help things like the red blood cells carry oxygen. It can help with delivery of nutrients to cells. It can help fighting off bacteria. It boosts the immune system. So it does several good things in the body.
Oh, okay, so the free radicals are good.
Right, but there's a mismatch. You just don't want too many. So antioxidants kind of help keep them all.
So is Nick Cannon a free radical, or is he a bad what is he?
He's radically free.
Radical. Okay.
Not anymore. He's on lockdown now.
so he ain't free. So.
Okay, so when we talk about our blood pressure, we were at 120 over 80. Our blood sugar has to be what's our good number on blood sugar?
80 is a good number.
80 is a good number, and
less than 100.
Okay, so now with our cholesterol, which is our big number of the day, it needs to be under 200.
Under 200.
HDL needs to be above 60. LDL needs to be below 100.
That's correct.
100 or 130?
You want to complete it and look at the triglycerides, which a lot of people will do as well. You want that below 150.
Okay.
Now, the math on that is always puzzles me. How do they calculate that? Because you got 150 plus 60 plus 100. That doesn't come out to 200 total.
Right. That's correct. And there's a range. If the optimum number for cholesterol is 200, under 200.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get above 200, it's suboptimal. But 205, 210 is not the goal, but it's certainly better than having those numbers like 300 and 320 and things like that. But the LDL piece is really the one that that you really want to keep below 100. So it's better to have a total cholesterol of 205 and an LDL of 80 than a total cholesterol of 180 and an LDL of 120.
Right, and the shellfish help with that too, like the shrimp and the what is it?
Is that the omega-3 fatty?
Yeah, but I think
the omega-3 they're high in
the HDLs, but I think you pick up a lot of the triglycerides with some of the shellfish as well, right?
Shellfish, that's right. Shellfish is good for protein, but it has a lot of triglyceride in it.
And we're going to post all of these numbers on the website so everybody has.
They're actually in one of my on one of my stats.
Okay.
There's a chart on there with the cholesterol one where I tackled that one.
Okay, because I have to echo what Braxton just said. The numbers are not adding up. So if the HDL has to be above 60 and then LDL below 100, the triglycerides below 150, that's 310.
Right, but don't add the triglycerides in with the cholesterol.
Okay, so then
we're
at
just using the two numbers, right?
Those are two total.
Yeah.
It was just for completion for what we were talking
for
about.
Confusion.
He used the wrong number.
For confusion,
right.
for us, he just wanted to throw that in there too, just to kind of throw us off.
And you know what? And you will be able to get all these numbers, just as Jamie just mentioned, on our AskTheFatDoctors.com website. So you can make sure that you keep up with them and make sure that you use this information, because all of these numbers, we're not just talking about these numbers just to be talking about them. These are very, very, very important numbers that we all need to make sure that we keep in mind. And go to AskTheFatDoctors.com where you can find those. Don't forget, you can also hit us up on Twitter at AskTheFatDocs. Okay, so that's Ask the Fat DOCS. You can hit us up, and I think we have another Twitter question that we're going to be getting to a little bit later in the show, and we are going to be talking about our hold on player.
Wow, and Doctors came off of a cruise too. Now he just took a cruise this summer.
Yeah,
he and the family. So.
I just came off of one this fall.
I know, and
on my way on another one, and that's pretty scary. Yeah. So we're going to be doing
good if you ask me. 2 in 1 year? I mean, I'm lucky to get one every 5 years. You got 2
well,
in 1 year.
that's what you get when you rub somebody's knee.
Ooh,
okay, we'll be.
I do that on a daily basis with all my patients.
Doc, we gotta go.
Okay, Dr. Fuller, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll be talking with you a little bit later.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much, and we'll be going into our hold on player right after this.
Do you have questions about how to manage your weight problem? Do you just want to lose 20 pounds? Do you need to lose 100 pounds? I'm Dr. Braxton Cosby, and I want to tell you about AskTheFatDoctors.com. Log on and submit your excess weight-related questions, and we will guide you to the right weight management solution to get the job done. For those of you who are battling diseases like sleep apnea, breast and prostate cancer, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and other comorbidities, the truth is, excess weight is in many cases a contributing factor. AskTheFatDoctors.com wants to help you. We've assembled an army of the best doctors in the world to get you the answers you need to get that weight off, which may be hampering your quality of life. At AskTheFatDoctors.com, privacy is our motto. Your questions will be submitted in a secure environment, and we will respond directly to you. You have our word on that. So log on to AskTheFatDoctors.com and find the solutions you need to get that excess weight off and fight the diseases of excess weight.
I'm Jamie Dukes, retired NFL player and current NFL Network analyst. The diseases of excess weight are taking its toll on the brown community, which include African Americans, Mexican, Latinos, and individuals of Asian descent. That's why the AARP Multicultural Outreach is taking the lead to provide you with relevant tools like Ask the Fat Doctors. You know, the AARP is more than just discounts. Did you know the AARP has cutting-edge programs to help boomers take the first steps towards financial freedom? We can help you devise a strategy to manage your money, control your mortgage debt, control consumer debt, and give you the strategy to maintain healthy credit. Boomers, it's time you learned everything AARP has to offer. Log on to AARP.org and make those first steps
Hi,
today.
family. This is Claude Mitchell. I'm the president of the Put Up Your Dukes Foundation. Here today to talk to you about one of our initiatives called the Billion Pound Blitz. The Billion Pound Blitz is a grassroots initiative that has an ambitious goal of losing 1 billion pounds annually. That's right, I said 1 billion pounds. Did you know the diseases of excess weight are taking a toll on the brown community, which includes African Americans, Mexicans, Latino, and individuals of Asian descent? Truth of the matter is that we can't afford not to do something. Did you know The U.S. government spent $165 billion last year on excess weight-related illnesses. That's more than they gave all the Wall Street banks combined for the bailout. If you're interested in more information on how you can be a part or how your organization can be a part of this movement, log on to www.billionpoundblitz.com. Once again, that's www.billionpoundblitz.com.
Okay, we are back with Ask the Fat Doctors along with myself, T. Fox, Braxton Cosby, and Jamie Dukes. And this is one of our favorite segments of the show. And it's where we probably have some of the most fun. And this is Hold On Player, right? Right? Okay, so you, Dr. Cosby, or Dr. Cos rather, you have the Hold On Player of all Hold On Players.
I mean, I turned the computer on the other day, and I just see this huge ship laying on its side.
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't understand. I said, wait, is this like were they shooting Titanic 2 or something?
And my God. What was it, Photoshop? I'm like, is that a photo? Is that Photoshop?
And I don't want to make light of it. This is ridiculously tragic. I mean, they've lost like what? Is it up to 6 or 9 people?
I heard 29 people are missing.
But it's
well,
not,
you know,
not
it's not 29 missing. It's 11 people.
But 9.
So now it's down to 11.
11, yeah.
And I mean, over some nonsense about the waiter needed to wave at somebody on the island.
It was.
Can you just give me a little closer?
What?
Oh,
yeah, it was crazy.
Right.
It was like he asked the
Hold on,
captain.
Hold on, player. Right. What? Hold on, player.
So I guess the waiter was his buddy or something, and said, "Can you just give me a little bit closer to the island?" They said that he knew the route very well. He's kind of.
But they also said, and just for the list, so for our listeners who may not have heard about this story, why don't you just tell us about
the whole story?
Yeah,
up. I saw the ship.
Supposedly this was a cruise ship in Italy, taking a route that they've traveled many times before, and this thing ran aground close to the island. They went too shallow, and then all of a sudden the ship started sinking. Now the real joke behind this is that the captain did not go down with the ship. Did y'all hear he got off?
Oh no, that's to me that's the hold on player.
That's the hold on player.
Dude got off, and I'm glad they arrested his butt.
Oh yeah, he threw the deuces up. He's like, I'm out. Y'all on your own.
It's just, I mean, that just troubled me more so than anything else about the story. Was like, dude, I mean, what would make you get off when you know you have to be one of the last off the ship?
He is truly an anti-Sully. You know, Sully, the guy that landed in the plane in Hudson River.
But let's just be honest. I mean, how could we expect him to have that much care for everybody else, and he's doing something as silly as driving a boat too close to a channel because his friend wanted to wave at somebody?
Well, you know, the other thing I heard,
he was already irresponsible from the jump.
Right. The other thing that I heard about it is that he was like 18 miles off course or something. Anyway, it was something crazy.
Who were they waving at? I mean, how close do you have to? How close do you have to be to see somebody?
You know what?
And why is it that serious anyway?
This is bothering me. You know, this is bothering me.
It really bothered me.
I just came off of a cruise, beautiful cruise in October.
You're not going to Italy?
I'm not going to Italy. Right. It's a beautiful cruise in October. I had an awesome time. I am scheduled to go on another cruise at the end of March. This is in the Caribbean.
Now that's my hold on player. You're going on 2 cruises in 1 year.
Well,
hold on player.
Well, yeah, in October, yeah. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. But it's bothering me because
it's bothering me too.
It's bothering me.
And this is sponsored by. We normally roll it to a block. Which one is this sponsored by? Yeah. We don't talk about how this is sponsored. This isn't AARP.
No. AARP
this is sponsored by Player. Player is taking care of this ticket. Hold on. Don't hold on, player.
Don't hold on to the boat if it's not going down. I'll tell you that much.
He's holding on to something else.
But it's bothering me really because, I mean, I believe that the ships are pretty safe. You know, I mean, I always make sure I meet the captain. Yeah, hey, how you doing? You know, I need to see his face because
eye contact.
Make eye contact, dude. You know, the fact that this not pilot, I'm sorry, the captain got off of this boat and threw up the deuces.
Accountability really just kills me.
I mean, you know, they're charging him with manslaughter. They're charging him with abandoning ship, and they're charging him with
Well, it should be reckless and dangerous. I don't know if they have that in the British Commonwealth or wherever they are over.
Yeah, because they also cited they have a black box just like aircraft do, and someone was asking him about the bodies. Like, is there any bodies down there? He's like, I don't know. I gotta go.
Wow.
That's what he was actually saying that they captured on the black box. He's like, I'm out of here.
No way.
Y'all on y'all's own. Put your life jacket on. Grab one of them little rafts.
Oh,
And
irresponsibility. And these
arrogance.
Things,
that's
these
arrogance.
Things like these ships and these planes, they pretty much drive themselves. You really don't have to do anything. I mean, it's not like you have to stand there with the little wheel and be turning left and right. And ooh, this is getting tired. I mean, it's really like foolproof. So you almost had to deliberately try to crash this thing.
Oh yeah, it's a whole bunch of finger pointing. The captain is pointing at the owner of the air
for hiring
the craft or something, of the airline,
the
cruise line, and the CEO is pointing at him, and it's really a mess. It's really
mess is not the word.
And now there's some ecological stuff going on too. I heard.
Yeah, with the oil, sure.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It was amazing to see this cruise ship turned on its side that way.
But I was still more amazed with the arrogance of the captain to just do what he did.
To just jump ship. He's gone.
I mean, he could have just been over there by the lifeboat, just waiting. Even if he didn't care what was going on, just stay.
Anything.
Yeah, because your boat is fine. You're gonna just bungee jump down to the boat.
Oh my
and say hi.
Right.
We gotta go. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Put a wrap on.
Okay, all right.
I heard he was auditioning for Pirates 5 or something.
It is so wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, coming up next week. Coming up next week, vitamins and supplements. What is the difference? We'll discuss that. I think that'll be pretty interesting. To exercise or not to exercise? What is the question?
And how to exercise.
And how to
Gotta
exercise.
tell you about my wife. She's one of the worst when it comes to getting back into the groove, because she commits the cardinal sin,
which is
try to do the P90X
right off the rip.
The whole
right
set
off the rip.
The first day.
Right off the rip. I'm back.
And Advilling it up that afternoon.
I'm back. Okay, and we will have a report from Dr. Cos and his road trip with Uncle Bill.
Looking forward to
big
that.
things.
We're going to have that. And congratulations once again.
Thank you.
And don't forget, you can hop on AskTheFatDoctors.com, send us questions, comments, concerns. Also, don't forget when you visit us at AskTheFatDoctors.com. That is where you're going to be able to find all of our big numbers. It's very, very important. Your blood pressure, glucose, and cholesterol that we've been going over is very important. And always feel free to tweet us anytime throughout the course of the week at AskTheFatDocs. I think that'll put a wrap on this week.
Holla!